There are two Dragon Ball games coming out this year, but the ones that fans are raging about is Xenoverse 2. Now, in case you missed it, this trailer was so much hype that it was very easy to miss out on all the Easter eggs and hidden messages throughout the trailer. What's going on, guys? My name is Opai Senpai, and you guys already know how we do. We're gonna be doing an in-depth analysis with all the hidden messages and all the Easter eggs from this trailer. Now, the first thing I want you to notice in the opening scene is the insane distance draw. I mean, this game is including more polygons, many more shaders, and it's just a much bigger map. The game will not be released on Xbox 360 and PS3, but instead be focused on next-gen consoles like the Xbox One and the PS4. Now, if you're running on a PC, the game might be utilizing DirectX 12 and possibly even include support for the new Vulkan API, which would dramatically increase performance and frames per second. If you're utilizing the new NVIDIA GTX 1080 with the new Pascal architecture, a more efficient 16nm FinFET GPU, and 8GB of Micron's new DDR5X video RAM, pair this with a 4K monitor running at 120Hz, and you're looking at the most incredible orgasm from playing a Dragon Ball game. Now, also take a look at that waterfall, but that is not the same waterfall that you see in the next clip. This is a completely different waterfall from a different part of the map. Now, Studio Dimps is back at directing this game, and there you can see the tail from the dragon, which we'll get back to that later. Now, this is not Toki Toki City or a redesigned Toki Toki City. It looks so vastly different from Xenoverse 1 that our sources tell us that this is a completely brand new hub city. Now, the tall mushrooms are very similar to some of the levels in Super Mario Bros. 2. And do you see that right there? That looks kind of similar to the golden mushroom from Mario Kart 8. But I want to be clear, this game has nothing to do with that. I think in this case, it is pure coincidence. It's one of those few cases that it is just coincidence. They're not ripping off from other games, all right? Just want to be clear with that. This is very important right here because that hologram is the character from the trailers of Xenoverse 1. If you don't have Xenoverse 1, then you're gonna see this character. But if you have Xenoverse 1, you could potentially, this is not confirmed yet, but it seems like you might be able to import your character from Xenoverse 1 into Xenoverse 2. And instead of showing you this guy, this hologram, it's gonna instead show you your character from Xenoverse 1. But that is just speculation at this point, nothing is confirmed. The thing to focus here on is the fact that you can finally fly around this city. You're gonna be able to explore, and this next shot, you can see a lot of people are just kind of chilling on top of the mushroom, just having a good ass time, just kicking it back, Netflix and chill. In this shot, you can see on the bottom right, that is potentially the tournament registration area. Now, nothing has really changed from the original, but this can perhaps imply that we will see another World Martial Arts tournament in Xenoverse 2, and that's gonna be awesome. Now, this is extremely important. Here is a hidden message or that you might not notice. If you zoom into that building on the left, you can see that it actually says clothing shop. So we're definitely gonna see a clothing shop, and on top of that, we're gonna see a skill shop, accessories shop, some item shops, and many other type of shops where you can purchase things. This is another extremely important shot. If you zoom in to the back of his clothing, you can see that it says TP. It says TP with an arrow and a circle. Now, this looks like it's the new outfit for the Time Patrollers, and it looks extremely badass. We finally get to see Zarbon and Dodoria. So they were not playable characters in the first game, but it seems like the roster has dramatically increased, which is extremely good news for us fans. We also see an image of Turtles from the third Dragon Ball Z movie titled Dragon Ball Z: The Tree of Might. We also see Lord Slug from the fourth Dragon Ball Z movie titled Dragon Ball Z: Lord Slug. This means that we will see a lot more characters from the movies. Another way that I can confirm this, or that this was hinted, is from the promotional website flythroughtime.com. Now, before the trailer was released, that website had a ton of images from the different movies, hinting to us fans that we were gonna get to see many more movie characters that are playable and are gonna be playing an important role in the game. Here is another very important point. If you notice at the scroll looks very similar to the symbol that Xeno wears on his shirt or on his clothing. That symbol is the kanji for Omni, or everything. So the Omni King is the Lord of everything. We also see the symbol on the Omnitrix from Ben 10. Now the scroll was purposely made purple, which is a color that many of the gods use, such as Beerus, Champa, Xeno, and even his attendants. Now our sources tell us that this is a glimpse into a dark future in which an evil has corrupted the Dragon Ball universe. But we're gonna find out soon. The next thing is the animation. Oh my god, it looks so much better from Xenoverse 1. Now the graphics aren't that drastically different, but in terms of the animations, ooh, it's worlds different. I mean, this game just looks like it has so much emotion. The animations are incredible. I am so excited to play this game. Now it says here, outcomes you wish were different. So this game is focusing on the past and the future, but on top of that, outcomes that you wish were different. So what does that mean? What that probably means is that you might be able, as a player, go back in time and change events, like completely change them. So for example, maybe you might be able to, maybe Frieza was never killed, okay? Or maybe, I mean, there's just so many possibilities. This game is gonna be absolutely crazy. One of the surprising things is the fact that this game is coming out not in 2017, but this year in 2016. And judging from the history of Dragon Ball, these games usually come out 6 months after announcement, which would put release date roughly around November, but this is not yet confirmed. Now what's interesting is that there is a second Dragon Ball game coming out this year called Dragon Ball Fusions, and that is coming out for the Nintendo 3DS. Guys, I am so hyped for this game. This game is gonna include a much deeper customizing options than Xenoverse 1. So you're gonna be able to customize different Saiyans and different Namekians and even other races, and they're all gonna be playable characters. I mean, there's just gonna be so many more options. Graphically, the game is gonna be much better. So many things. If you guys want me to do a play and a review of the game, let me know in the comments below. And make sure you guys go Chuck Norris and One Punch Man on that like button. And if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, because we do a lot of in-depth analysis videos. And we're one of the few channels on YouTube that actually does this type of video. So we spend a lot of time doing this, and man, it's been a lot of fun. Now, in the meantime, make sure you watch the previous video where I do an in-depth analysis on Dragon Ball episode 43, and that was pretty epic. Now, make sure you also watch the other video where I talk about who is more powerful than the Omni King. Now, if you're a big Dragon Ball fan, you will know already, but if you don't know, make sure you watch that video, and I will see you guys tomorrow.